something special today. It's the Oktoberfest virtual cooking experience for Toronto West Thermomix team. And it's a little bit excited because we're showing today the German recipes, Bavarian recipes, and you know that it's motherland for our great helper, for our Thermomix, because it's made in German. And all our recipe which we show today, you can find in Cook I Do, the largest platform, largest. Sorry, I forgot this word. What you can find online, and all of them you can find there. And we will begin with Rita, who will make strudel today. Also, Victoria will make sauerkraut soup. And Lily will make, it's surprise, it's not on menu, but Lily, our German girl, and she will wrap up our day-to-day with potato salad, Bavarian potato salad, and I will make schnitzel and coleslaw. And please, Rita, sweet Rita, we'll begin with sweet apple strudel, please.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Oktoberfest. Today we're going to lead you guys for this beautiful recipe from a traditional dish of Germany. My name is Rita. I am an independent consultant of Thermomix, my best friend in the kitchen. I love to call him TM6, your personal chef, because it is my personal chef. It can be your personal chef. And it's well known in Europe as a bimbi, a lot of people call with this cute name. Just want to give you a very brief information about TM6. TM6 is part of the family of Work. And this company is around for over 125 years in the world. And it's well known in over 60 countries. And it's in the first five largest direct selling company. And we have over 10 million units sold worldwide. TM6, actually, it's the later model of Thermomix. He actually born in 1971, and we have a few models since then, and this one is the last one. I just want to give you some little information about Thermomix for who don't know much. Let's start right away. As I say, as Ala already introduced, I'm gonna make a dessert. It's authentic German apple strudel, and I found the recipe in my Cookie Do platform. And as you see, there is the screen in the Thermomix that it will allow you to go straight to your recipe. I have my recipe in my week. I will go straight to my week, which means I pick the recipe that I'm going to create it today, or I created today, and I put it straight in my calendar. So then I have to go actually search in my collection. So let's start with the apple strudel. I'm so excited for this recipe. As you see in the Cookie I Do, that's the platform name. He asks if you want to start cooking. And before we start cooking, it's also very, I will suggest to read a little bit the recipe to see what you gotta do. I understand, in this case, we see it's an advanced recipe to see if you're gonna be good. And the time of preparation, the cooking time, how many portions we will have. In the right, we have all the ingredients, and in the left, we have the preparation. So I have, of course, prepared already the the ingredients for fast. And there you go. We're gonna have some beer too today as we're working. I know it's morning, but it's okay. It's a fun day. So let's start to work. Alrighty. So the first ingredients that we actually need to use is 370 grams of flour. So we're gonna put the flour straight in the bowl. We make sure that the scale is in 0, so we don't make mistake with the amount of flour we're going to use. Missing a couple of grams. So as you see, the scale is very precise. There we go. Perfect. We're just going to click next to know what will be the next step. He asked for add an egg. There we go. And next, 40 grams of sunflower oil, which is much better than vegetable oil. It's high in protein. Also, it's good for cholesterol and for the heart. So it's preferable to use as a oil. There you go. Next, 120 grams of water right here. Oh, I went off with the water. Oh, okay, we're going to simple came out a little bit. There we go. What happened? But it is an easy fix. So after the water, we need a teaspoon of white vinegar. There we go. And half teaspoon of salt. There we go, and it goes. And at this point, we're going to knead the dough. It's needed only 2 minutes, very, very simple and quick, I will say. So in this case, as you see, you don't have to do nothing with your hands. The Thermomix will do for you. And just want to show you, this is how the ball looks inside. It's a stainless steel. It's the capacity 2.2 L, and also the blade is a stainless steel blade. And even if it's sharp enough to sharp ice and very hard product, you can touch it with your hands, which avoid any injury for your hands. So it's very, very nice. For the chopping process, you can use that for chopping, or reverse more when you need just to mix the ingredients and you don't want to break the ingredients. So we have the chopping motor that goes clockwise, and the reverse that goes anti-clockwise. This is the dough that we creating for our apostille. It's so like you can make it even a couple of days before. You don't have to make it dry the time that you need it. If you wanna separate the step, you just need it to refrigerate it. And of course, before you gotta work, you gotta take them out at least an hour and a half from the fridge, because it's gotta kind of reactivate it. This dough is not going to raise, like it stays more or less in the same amount, but we need it after it's done to rest for about 30 minutes. So the dough is already done, as you see, very quick. So the Thermomix advised me that it's done its process. So I'm just touching the screen to is not keep going. And the next step that we will do is to pour the dough in a flat surface. I'm gonna dust a little bit flour in here. And I'm gonna show you the way I actually look. There we go. It looks all small piece, so we have to just put it together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just and use the help of my spatula to take him out. There we go. We don't want to waste it, so we try to take him out as much as possible. So that's the way it looks. I'm gonna put some water in it and show you one our picture of our TM6. Actually, we used to have the pre-cleaning before, but last month we have a great upgrade in this feature. I just drop a little bit soap in it, and I like to always put some vinaigrette. All right, so I'm gonna put this right here. And see, this is the feature I was talking about, is the pre-cleaning. You can pick different one. Like in this case, we're gonna pick the dough, or there is the dough universal, fatto caramel, and the, oops, because I stopped, and the brownie. So in this case, we're going to use just the dough. So as my bowl will clean, I will keep going with my dough. Very simply, we're going to put it together. I try to create a ball around. So you just try to make it stick together. Already, we there pretty much. So the next little step that we need to do for the dough, we brush with the dough with some sunflower oil again, like this. Just okay. And we're going to cover with a little bit of cellophane. And the dough, you need to rest for 30 minutes. I have already another batch prepared, because I'm going to pass for Victoria to start introduce their own recipe, and see you in a bit. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to welcome you to my kitchen. This is my, hi, hello, this is Nicholas. Today I'm going to be showing you the sauerkraut soup recipe from the Thermomix. And I'm really excited to share this recipe, how easy and quick it is to prepare with the ENTMC. So I have this recipe being downloaded previously to my calendar, so it's easier for me to find the recipe and also shop ahead of time, do my grocery shopping. So once you download the recipe in your calendar, you can also transfer it to the shopping cart, so you know what ingredients you have on your list. Also, you can manage the list by excluding those ingredients that you have in your kitchen. Usually, we all have things like water, oil, vinegar, salt, butter, and the rest of the ingredients you can buy fresh and get prepared for the presentation. Let me just scroll over and show you my list of the recipe for today. So that recipe is on my list. There you go. Just by clicking on it, you're gonna, if you see my screen, or I can just move it a little bit so you better see. So what I need to do is just I need to click this button, start cooking. And my first ingredient that I have to use is the canned sauerkraut. So next step is just click next. Step 2, I just need to insert the measuring cup and close the lid. Then click next, and then 3 seconds on speed 5. Okay, so 3 seconds. Now at this point, what my Thermomix is asking is to transfer into a bowl and set aside. So I'm not going to be using this sauerkraut right now, but this is what happened in the bowl. I'm going to set this aside and save it for a later step. So that's how easy it is. You can chop vegetables in your TM6. Not only chopping, but you can also saute and caramelize, because you can control the temperature in your TM6. So there you go. Now that this all goes back, I need to clear it. I'm gonna put this aside, and my next step is to add brown onion cut into halves. And 1 garlic clove right here. Just click next. And then again, I need to close the lid. And then 3 seconds on speed 5. So now, because Thermomix is mixing everything on the high speed, what we usually need to do is to scrape down your ingredients on from the side down, and then put it back, and need to add 20 grams of olive, about that much. And then I'm closing the lid again. Now, it's going to be 3 minutes on varoma temperature, which is the highest, on speed 1. So Thermomix was a great addition to my family, and I've actually discovered for myself a lot of different ingredients, cuisines, other techniques that I can use in my kitchen. Not only that, but it helps me to save my time and plan my grocery shopping ahead, which makes it easy and budget friendly for everyone. Also, we have different collections on the Cookaido platform, which covers pretty much every taste and diet, whatever you want to follow. For example, keto, which is highly popular right now, vegetarian, any other culture that you can come up with is everything is available. And not only that, but you can switch the Thermomix to any language of your choice. Not only English, French, but also whatever you speak at home, whichever is comfortable. And
Victoria, sorry to interrupt. People are asking if you could lower a little bit, tilt towards the Thermomix your screen, because we cannot see the screen of the TM6. Could you just tilt it
you
a
cannot
little bit lower, if that's possible? Like that,
like
a little bit more? Is it possible?
I don't know. Let me try.
If it is, or maybe you can just move the Thermomix a little bit back on your, push it a bit back so that, yeah, so it's more visible.
Is it,
Um,
is it this?
Still not very visible, but yeah, like it's probably just the location. We're sorry about that, but we have more presenters that will also show the screen of the Thermomix, like Rita was doing before, so you will be able to see in every recipe how we're adding. Yes. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Victoria, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we need those comments sometimes because I don't see myself on the other side. So uh, it's better if I hear the feedback so I can fix them. So I think I have just 35 seconds left. So my TM6 is doing sauteing right now with those ingredients that you saw previously, which is onion and garlic. And again, on the highest available temperature on Varoma. And it's quite fast, so I don't need to, stay here and mix it because of the knife. You can do this movement and it's not gonna burn. Nothing bad gonna happen, and everything is because F-Cameras controls everything inside. So I have only 3 seconds left. There you go. All right, this step is asking me to add 100 shredded cabbage, and then 60 grams of carrots, which is a very hard vegetable, by the way, but Thermomix will chop it in a second, like 5 seconds on speed 5. Now again, I need to scrape down with my spatula, either this or that. So this is what I've got. And then put it back and add 700 grams salt water. Now click next and add 1 tablespoon of vegetable stock. I have my vegetable stock homemade by the recipe from the Thermomix. So I'm gonna use this one. And then what I need to do is just to click next. And here is, I need to add a little bit of salt because that vegetable stock has salt already. And a little bit of just a pinch of black pepper. And my ground allspices, again, just a little pinch. And dried bay leaf. So, and next step is to add tomato paste. Now I'm just inserting measuring cup again, closing the lid of the thermomix. And then on this step, I need to leave it for 15 minutes on speed 100 Celsius. All right. And Rita, are you ready to show your dough?
Yes, back I'm in here. So as I explained before, after you created a little ball of the dough, we brush it with the oil and we let it rest for 30 minutes. And all the step, it's not that I think what I gotta do. They were just writing for me in here. So as you say, allowed to rest to room temperature is explain every single thing in the platform. So next, you say as we wait for the 30 minutes to for the dough to rest, we can actually start to create our apple filling. And one of the first ingredients that we're going to use is hazelnuts right here. So it actually required this recipe 100 grams of hazelnuts. Oh, 1 second, sorry. I don't drive very well. One of the things after you finish clean your bowl, is especially if you gotta reuse it right away, we wanna have it nice and dry so nothing gets stuck in the bottom. So let's add the 100 grams of hazelnuts. We have 110. I don't think it's gonna hurt for the filling. Next, we're going to actually make like a flour. And we're going for 10 seconds on speed 7. As you see, everything is explained for you. You don't have to really think what you do. You just read. Very good. And the next step, as you see, the thermometer lock in, lock yourself. So it's also child safe. There we go. That's the result. Cool, eh? Only 5 seconds. So we're going to transfer whatever we got in here. A little bit more. There we go. Almost done. So this is very easy, I will say. Next step is 40 grams of butter, unsalt butter. Is safe cut in piece. Most important, it's not very hard that you come out straight from the fridge. It's never good, especially when you make sweet or any kind of pastry or stuff like that. I actually want to show you. I prepare my own unsalted butter. Very, very simple to do, much more healthy. And I like it because it's not only good, it's fresh made, and I know what I put it in, and I can control, like I can make all kinds of different. In this case, I make unsalted butter, but you can make salted butter. You can also make other kind of butter, for example, if you add garlic or other flavors. So let's add 40 grams. Okay, there we are. Good. And the next step, close them up. I don't wash the bowl, as you notice, I think. And we have 2 minutes with temperature, in this case 70, because the malt is of speed to, I'm sorry, just my words. In this case, we're going to melt our butter. Just to give you a little tips about the butter, as I was saying, the butter that I make, it took me really 10 minutes. It was so simple. And as I say, there is no preserve in it. It's fresh. I know you can buy at the store, but there is a lot of people on this time of life that they're suffering for many different allergy and problem with their issue, with their health. In this way, you can actually control what you eat, and if you have something that it will bother you, you don't use that kind of ingredients. That kind of ingredients. We have about a minute to go. As I said before, the pizza dough, you can make it in advance, couple of days in advance if you want it, and keep it in the fridge. Also, in this case, when we do the apple filling, we're going to use hazelnuts and bread crumbs. It's suggested as a recipe. If you don't want to put one of the two ingredients, you can avoid and use, for example, only hazelnuts or just breadcrumb. But I like rich stuff. I like nice. When I eat, I just enjoy myself. So if I do something for myself, I create it with all the ingredients, especially if I like it. What else I can tell you about the dough? We're going to, as we keep going with refilling, we're going to create it a nice thin paper, as it looks like a paper thin. It's gonna be very thin, and I'm gonna show you in a few seconds. As the butter is almost ready, let's see what's the next step. We're going to add 80 grams of breadcrumbs. So first, let me show you how the butter got. There we go. As I said before, we also make sure that we have the tara on 0, so we know exactly which we put it in. And we're going to add 80 grams of breadcrumbs. Okay, we shortened 3 grams, it's okay. And half teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And this is like, as it's the apple season, everybody make pie and things. You guys know that it goes just well with the apple. So we're putting in. And at this point, insert the lids again. And next, we have 6 minutes on Baroma. And Baroma, it's one of the other function of the Thermomix. It's honestly, I will say maybe is my favorite because with the Baroma, I love cooking fish. It comes absolutely great, light, cook well, healthy. Very, very healthy. And I use the Baroma a lot. And there is another accessory. Actually don't have it handily with me, but I'm sorry. Maybe in as the demonstration goes, somebody else will demonstrate it. So let's put on this in speed 2. And as this is going to be toast and working that, we're going to move 1 second in the other side. So the first thing that we should use a cloth that is pretty much big, 80 centimeter for 45 is the suggestion, because we're gonna make the dough, it will take a lot of room and so a good space. You should use this in the bottom. I actually decide to go with just a mat in the bottom because it just worked out better for me, and cover with the cloth. So what I did, I start to work on it because it take this is where are you taking your time when you do the churro? It's created actually the paper tin. So what I did, I put it down, I push it down with my hand and try, slowly to make it flat. And of course, use a roller, and you start to roller nicely. Try to make it flat as possible. I just forget to, we need to put flour underneath, so we don't have the dough to get stuck to any surface underneath. What we gotta try to do is to make kind of a rectangle. So we work in the part that we need to work more, and it can happen. It can happen that we created some holes, and it's not an issue. But can I show you? Can you see a 10 is gonna come? So you can actually see through. Now, if it's not perfect, it's all right. Like it's not perfect as a shape, it's all right. Because at the end, you can fix it some edges with the scissor. And you can actually cut that. Now, just wanna share with you guys. Since I have time, I've never been really in baking. It was just not my best thing to do in the kitchen. I love cooking because I love eat, but not baking. But since I have TM6, I get challenged with a different recipe because I found it's extremely easy. The recipe always works right. You know exactly what to use. I don't have to do much because everything goes in the bowl. I don't have to mix with my hand. So it's so much easy. So I got interest to know more about different kinds of dough. For example, the brioche, that it's flour, eggs, and high with the use of the quantity of the butter. Then there is dough made with egg. I think it's called chalan. I hope I said the right name. Or crepes, or the focaccia. As I'm Italian, we love the flatbread that can be seasoned with a different flavor. The pasta dough for make ravioli, nuro, fettuccine, moutarda. I always watch my mom do it. I thought it was for me, but I did it. And I found it extremely easy, only because of the TM6. Pizza dough, roll dough, or another challenge I'm going to do it myself is sourdough for a culture of starter, and something that I want to really get more in. Also, I start to learn about all the different flour. For sure, everybody knows purple flour because it's the most common flour that we use in general. It's a blend of hard and soft wheat, and it's high in protein. Also, we have bread flour, of course, we use for bread. This is rich of gluten, and the gluten is what help to break the bread to raise high. And also the gluten trap and hold the hair bubble as we knead and mix the dough. We have cake flour. It's much more fine, and it feels almost like a silky as a flour. Pastry flour, whole wheat flour, that it's more nutrition. Also oats flour, that it's a flour that it's made from ground oat. Right? And it's this flour is gluten free, and Terrafi is perfect for people that they need to use a gluten free diet. We have self-rising flour. I never knew before, to be honest. It's a variety of purpose flour, baking powder, and salt. And I find out that you actually can make self-rise flour in your kitchen. For example, in a quantity of a cup of purpose flour, you use 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder and half spoon of fine salt. And the last one that I want to talk about is the semolina, which is a flour that it's more appropriate because contain a lot of, it's high in gluten. It's more appropriate for make fresh pasta. Our toast breadcrumbs and butter is done as the Thermomix starts to go. So let's see what the next step will be. I just want to show you. Oh, guys, it smells so cinnamon. That's so good. So I'm just gonna kind of move it from the floor like this. Okay. All right. So next step, reserve chopped hazelnuts. So add in.
The next step.
And again, we close. As you see, told you exactly what to do. We have 5 seconds and speed 4. And I try to do this through once this week, and I think to give you a few seconds more will work better. As I use the Thermomix, I always go with the recipe for sure, but many time, you know, I adjust small things that I like it to adjust because the Thermomix give you the chance to do so. So even if you want to adjust some of the ingredients. So we're going to transfer the result in a bowl. All right, let's see. So it give you like a little mix in here, what we did it. I'm gonna put everything in this bowl. And that's what we're using in our dough. Just try to get everything and don't waste any ingredients, of course. So almost there. So this is my second try out with the apple strudel. I tried once because I wanna experience before I show you guys, because it's an advanced recipe, and so I thought it was a good idea. So I don't going to wash my bowl again. Just keep going with the recipe. 100 grams of sugar. As I said before, always make sure it's in 0. So let's add the sugar. All right, sugar is in. Next, half teaspoon of cinnamon. There we go. And teaspoon vanilla sugar, homemade, or half teaspoon natural vanilla extract. So I actually did my vanilla sugar homemade, extremely simple. The recipe was very simple. 200 grams of sugar, caster sugar, and I use one of the vanilla stick. I split it in half and then cut in piece. Put inside everything in a jar, and I keep it for just 2-3 days, and then you blend it as icy sugar, like you can, and you keep it in a dry place, and there you go. You have your vanilla sugar. I'm going to pour a teaspoon. That, yeah, we do full. Why not? See, this is another thing about Thermomix. You can really enjoy to make extra things, as we make our own paste, our own butter. Like we know, I'm not going to buy many other items anymore. I make my own. I feel proud about it. So 20 grams of lemon juice. We always short a little bit. Oh, no, there is 20. And next, 20 grams of rum. Rum. Oops, what happened in here? Oops, sorry. Oh, I must touch. It's okay. Extra is good. And at this point, just close to mix this. 15 seconds. As you see, I wanted you guys pay attention. See, this is the reverse that I was talking. So it will mix. It's not about chopping. In this case, we're going to speed 4 for 50 seconds. You also will have a little temperature 50 degrees Celsius. So we almost about to terminate our filling. We're very close. So at this point, what we gotta add, let me show you first. I'm going to clean up this so we don't waste.
That's all the room.
Yes, that's all the room. Okay, can you guys see inside? Very good. All right, so that's the sugar and actually I'm gonna leave most because the apple take a lot of space, so it will. Already, so smell absolutely amazing. I can smell the cinnamon so well. I pre-cut apples, and because I pre-cut it before, I had a little bit of lemon on it, so they don't get black. Now, if you don't really care about the way they look, you can also chop it directly in the Thermomix. You use a speed of 3.5, and you don't use a lot of second. You do maybe into batch, because you will not smash it, but mash it apple, but you have to use a small speed to do that. But because I'm in love with the way the things they're going to look, because as somebody made me learn, we eat first with our eyes. I like to cut it myself, so I cut it. So 170 grams of apple in quarter, and then you clean it, wash it of course, and you slide and you add. And I'm gonna add, I already weighed them, so it's okay. You don't have to weigh it again. You can just trust me in that. And I'm gonna add 80 grams of raisin. Yes. And at this point, we're going to close. And I'm going to use the spatula. This is another accessory that comes with the Thermomix. It's made it in this shape for a reason. As we have this ring, we will use it right now. So when you put it inside, it will not go over. And as the Thermomix work, it will not touch, the spatula will not touch the blade, I'm sorry, but it will do just what you need to do. So we have about 5 seconds, a little bit temperature. Again, we have reverse. In this case, we're going to have a speed 4, 3. Everything is explaining there. I'm gonna give it 2 seconds extra. So it makes it well. Just hold in here so you help the apple. So we practically mix the things. Let's see. Ooh, wow. I'm hungry, guys. I'm very hungry. There we go. That's our result. As you see, you mix everything. And let's see which she asked me the recipe to go for it. So transfer and set on site in the bowl. And then we gotta melt more butter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the same bowl for the apple and put it everything in here. Oh wow. This is to eat with a spoon. You don't need it to cook it. Already. All right, I take pretty much everything from the bowl. So next step is, all right, sorry. Next step, 90 grams of butter on salt. So I don't wash the bowl, I don't need to. Uh, 90? Not yet. I think we're there now. Yes, perfect. And the next step, close. And what we have in here, 3 minutes, and speed 1 with the temperature at 70. So we have our apple ready. In the meantime, since we left our dough on the side, so you leave it cover, Ashley, and it's good that it rests for about 5 minutes. So the time you finish your apple filling. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start to move the dough from the I do this first to avoid any holes. You can also put your hands underneath like that. That's work even better. And soon we gotta put this together. I just put it on the oven because the churro will cook for 195 Celsius, which is about 375 Fahrenheit, for 25-30 minutes. As you see, nice and crispy top, but more, it's gonna have like a gold look. As soon as the butter is ready, we're going to put it together, the churro. We almost at the end of the recipe. We have almost a minute to go. I would like to, since we have a minute, I'm gonna show you something else. We just introduced our new collection of Rockstar as our platform. Every 2-3 weeks have new recipe. They introduce new recipe that's just amazing. And as I was saying, we introduced the recipe, but also we introduced some new helper, which is we call Rockstar. We have Paul. It's a flat stone that actually I have it right here to show you guys. Is this one? It's amazing to make pizza, and if you want to have crispy French fries or other stuff that they like want to be more in the crispy side. It's a natural stone. They've been called with names. Then we have Ben. It's rectangular shape. It's used for, again, focaccia, roasted nuggets, granola bar, or even for warmer up leftover. And we have the shape in the round for Hana, very, very useful for make Japanese cheesecake or some chocolate roll. And the last one, just want to finish, is that is more like a pan with the lid, and it's absolutely great to make fantastic bread. And up to Monday, you can enjoy one of this. If you never ever have a mind to buy the Thermomix, this is the right time. So you can get one of these amazing, pan that I'm telling you, they cook differently. They're more moisturized. They're very, very nice. I want to show you the other one, the rectangular, right here. They're all natural stone. That's the beauty of this. And that's where we're going to cook our stew. So the butter is ready. And let's see. Remove a mixing bowl with melt butter, set on the side, and for brushing. So butter right here. I'm gonna put it inside the bowl. And this recipe, I have a very cool feature, and I'm glad to be able to show you. So next, preheat the oven at 190 Celsius, and line a large baking in a tray, 40 centimeter, about to 35 baking paper. Place large tea towel in the table, fix the dough, which we already start to do that. So we cut the timing and using the rolling pin, sorry, just go over the recipe, a little rest for 5 minutes. We do all this step already. And now placing the table. At this point, we gotta brush the dough with the butter. It's not, oh, it's not showing. I'm supposed to have the video. Okay, I thought I'm sorry, it's not showing. I'm supposed to have the video in there. I don't know what happened. Okay, so we're going to brush our dough nicely. Alrighty. I think I did pretty much. You try to cover all the surface with the butter. So our mixed breadcrumbs, hazelnuts, and butter, I'm gonna put it all in here. And so you can make one big churro. It will be pretty big. So you need a big pan, or you can make a shape when you actually do that. I'm gonna cut it in half and create it too, because I have a lot of delivery today to do. Everybody wants to try it. So what I'm doing, I'm putting all the, try to create it like a bed. And I'm gonna leave a little bit space in between. So after I'm gonna cut it. And now just put in the apple. Now, as you can see, some juice. So it suggests to let the juice go, because otherwise it will make it the dough wet. And that's normal. So. and try to do 2 apples through instead to do just like 1 full. All right, I left some room, like has an edge round, so we can actually fold it. Okay, this is the challenge part. So first we do this. All right, so we fold this part on, and now it's gonna come. Okay, now I'm tip this on top so we provide to not come out. Now I suggest if you have some hedge that they look too thick, you can cut it with the scissor. All right, so done this, now it's the fun part. So we're just going to roll them up. Easy. Don't worry if there is any holes, because either we fold this, it will be fine. So I'm helping myself with the mat, or you can help yourself with the cloth in that case. Try to, shape it. Oops. This way, this way, this way, and voila. So we try to give you a nice shape. I'm gonna kind of pinch in the end. If you have, it's pretty full, and so I'm gonna just be gentle because it's quite full, and try to make some, like I say, I want to make it 2. So we do this. All right, so now that I have it, just cut it in here, and you will have 2 straws instead of 1. Again, you pinch the hand so you close it. All right. Alrighty, now let me get my pen right here. A little bit parchment paper is suggest. And what I'm gonna do is this right here. And put it in here. So you have 2 small straws instead of 1. And we're going to finish the brushing with the butter. This will give you more the look of the gold and also the crispy of the dough. And voila, that's it. My recipe is pretty much done. We're going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to pass the line to Victoria again, I believe. And see you when the straw will be done. Thank you.
Hello, hi everyone, welcome back. So at this point, at this stage, I'm following the next step, and I need just to add 250 grams potatoes in my soup. Those have been cut, peeled, and cubed before. So I'm adding those. Click next, and I'm adding 150 grams chorizo sausages or And this recipe, you can substitute chorizo sausages with the Polish sausage, which is also going to work great. And also the reserved sauerkraut that I chopped earlier. So I'm putting everything in my Thermomix. Again, adding 600 grams of water. About that much. Now I need to click next and close my lid. All right, and I need to leave it for 10 minutes. Speed 100 degrees. Thermomix doesn't come as you can see on the screen or on my table, but it has other accessories. One of the accessories that Rita mentioned is a spatula that you mostly using for all of your recipes. But another useful accessories you're gonna have with your Thermomix is number one is the splashing pan that you're gonna be using when you're doing sauteing, and you may take out the measuring cup and put the splashing guard on top, so it's not gonna be any splashes around. Another beautiful attachment is the butterfly, which we use to make our butter, whipped cream, and signature dessert from Thermomix, the berry foam, or any other fluffy stuff that you want to use out of from your old recipe. Here's a steaming basket that we're gonna use, and I believe Lily gonna show you some recipe with the steaming basket. But in this basket, you can cook your rice or pretty much any other grains that you use for your in your kitchen, including quinoa, which I recently cooked on a steaming function, and it works and cooks perfect. So here is a big basket that comes with a Thermomix, which we call Baroma dish, and Baroma dish comes in 2 layers. So first layer is the big basket that you can also use as a strainer in case if you want to, but it can fit the whole entire chicken or duck. I'm not sure about the turkey, but I'm pretty sure about the chicken and duck. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna put this on top, aside from the measuring cup, and then say for example when you do layered cooking, what we call layered is when you have layer of vegetables or layer of fish, and then you can put another layer of say for example chicken, and then in the bowl itself you're going to be cooking soup, so you can do everything all at the same time, and in 20 minutes your soup will be ready, which is great. It saves your time, your energy, and gives you a lot of choices on your when you have your dinner. All right, and I think next step is Ala. Ala, are you ready? Ala.
Next is Lily, and then Ala.
Hi, I think it's me next, right?
Yes, Lily, you next.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So I'm going to be doing a classic German potato salad. Now, instead of doing a very thick, heavy mayonnaise type base salad, which is more North American, the German one is actually made with a vinegar base. Has onions. It's very fresh. It can be served cold or warm. So today we're doing it. It's a traditional Southern German potato salad. It can be served with curry, wurst, they do sausages with a curry ketchup or just plain sausage, schnitzels, which Alla's going to be making. Also can go as a nice side for a nice salad or sandwich instead. Fantastic. So you already know, Thermomix has very many molds. This one is again, cooking with the Varoma, very quick and easy. So what I'm gonna do is add 400 grams. Sorry, I'm gonna do the potatoes in here first. So what we're gonna do is 400 grams, very quickly. So I've already got 200 in there. And then I'm going to be utilizing the steaming basket. So I could be doing a couple things at once. I could be using the steaming basket, and then on top of that, with the lid, the varoma. So if I wanted to make potatoes, I could do that in here, some quinoa salad in here. Great for making a quick barbecue. You can multitask, do a couple of salads at once. So in there with the water, the basket goes in. I'm going to add my potatoes. Now for potatoes, I already have some cut up. What I decided to use was the little tiny mini potatoes. These are great, they're colorful, they're beautiful. You don't want to use a starchy potato like a russet. Victoria, you're gonna have to turn your volume off. Turn your volume off. I can see you.
Yep.
Okay, so the potatoes, again, you want to use something that's not starchy. So if you use a russet potato, they will fall apart. You want to use like a Yukon Gold or a new white potato. So we're just going to cut these up. We're going to put in 700 grams of potatoes. So you just tear the scale and it goes to 0 and you put it in. Very simple, very easy. And you want to cut them up, not too fine, because you're going to cut them up again later and mix them. So you're going to go up to 5. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in the rest of them. So they're cut up already. Easy peasy. There you go. Put the lid on. Then we're going to just go to the home screen. So this is not in the recipe itself, but this is just if you wanted to cook potatoes, this is how you're going to do it, quick and easy. You're going to go home, you're going to turn it to 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and I'm going to use the varoma steaming function, which you've seen before. I'm going to go right up. That's the highest function on the unit itself. So we're going to do very slow, speed 1. That's it. So a little bit about Oktoberfest. It actually isn't in October. It's at the beginning of October. It's the last 16 days before the first Sunday in October. The first one was actually in celebration of a wedding. So it wasn't actually a harvest fest, but it was actually a wedding feast for King Ludwig I, not to be mixed up with King Ludwig, the fairy tale castle king Ludwig, not him. This was an older one. So this is King Ludwig I, and he married Therese of Hildeburg of Saxon. And they married in October in about 1810. So they had a huge wedding feast. They had big horse races. It was very popular for all the noble people to be seen. Everybody wore their finest feathers and their finest outfits. And they wore their traditional German garb, which is called Trachenbuck. Trachenduck. So it is the classic dirndl. The men would wear lederhosen, but they also had much more formal costumes as well. The other part of the best part of Munich Oktoberfest is, of course, the beer. So, which you might not know, is a Thermomix also has several modes. You can do fermentation. You can actually make beer in a Thermomix. Not large batches for big parties, but you can make beer in a Thermomix. You can do yogurts. You can make your own sauerkraut. This does so much more. You've already seen the fantastic dough for Rita, not being a baker. Wow, impressed. Can't wait to try it. You've already seen it can do soups. It does salads as well, which you're going to see. Now, like I said, this is a warm salad, but it does do cold salads. So the other part of the Thermomix is the fermentation, which we did talk about. Sorry, it does self-cleaning mode. There's so much more to this unit. The reason why I got it was it really is an extra set of hands in the kitchen. So easy, makes my life simple. I don't have to sit here and babysit this. I can go off. I have a new puppy. I can play with my new puppy. I can do whatever I want for 15 minutes and come back. The potatoes should sit for a while after they're done cooking, just to make sure that the moisture is completely drained out and they're not all soggy and steamy. But again, you don't have to let them cool down completely. This can be served warm. It's a great traditional meal along with all other schnitzels and everything else that you can have during this time. Alla is actually going to be preparing us some schnitzels. So let's go to her and see how she's going to whip us up into some Oktoberfest flavors. Alla, are you ready?
Okay, I'm here. This recipe, we begin this recipe we begin with Cajun spice mix. And again, you can go to your recipe different ways, and girls already show you my recipe. I put on my week, and I just go easily from my week to today's date. We begin, and this recipe we're doing almost all from powder spice. But what I like in Thermomix, what I love, because you always can create something yours. Your head always can think, I love this one, or I love this smell, and you can create your own mixes. You can create your own herb and spicy mixes by your taste or by recipes which you find here. Now we just follow the step. But again, it's not all the recipe you have just follow. You can help. You can have this help with Thermomix, and you can make your tradition, your family tradition recipes. Just use Thermomix, and it will be faster. Will be easier for you. Now it's asked about 1 tablespoon of cumin. Next, 1 tablespoon of thyme, chibretz in my language. So good herb. We love to put a little bit on the tea. 1 tablespoon oregano. I love oregano. Very strong. Then 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I already put it here because, you know, if I try to measure it, it can go, because it's a very fine powder, can go over. And 2 tablespoons cayenne pepper. Oh, it will be very hot. And so good. 2 tablespoons. Wow. And will be very colorful, like trees now, like maple now. Then, what happened? 2 tablespoons of onion salt, again, because of powder I put already on my little plate. And 2 tablespoons of sweet paprika, one of my mom lovely. She lives in Hungary, and they use a lot paprika. She loves it. By the way, she lives in Austria also, and she learned me, she teach me to make schnitzel. Okay, 2 spoons. Next, now we're mixing. Ten seconds, speed 9, big speed. Do you hear me? Can I talk during or not? Vika, do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Ala.
Okay, now it stops. Okay, and what I just before I telling you that you can do your own, but I remember, and I put here to remember last virtual cooking experience when we make pumpkin day. We did pumpkin spice mix. It smells so good. Now we put on the bowl. We will use it. We need it today. To use a spatula, I can clean a little bit lid. The spatula have a special shape, and it's harder in one side and it's softer in another. And it's make easy to clean lid and to clean bowl. I don't need to clean bowl now because next I will make some salad, and this spice will be very good on it. It enliven my salad with some smell and color. And here, so good ingredients. And smells so good. See, we have it here. I put it aside. I will use it then. And I put aside all my spices now, which I use. Only pepper, take back. And then what we're doing next? Recipe asks us don't clean bowl. And by the way, I want to mention it. When we cooking something, and for example, we did salad in that bowl, and then we begin to make a soup. Not all the time we have to clean, even we cooking in the same bowl, because it's save our time. And because we just thinking, oh, it will play together very good, very taste, smell, it's working together. So we not need to clean or even to rinse because in that moment, we just save our time. 1 carrot, okay, where my ingredient for my salad. One carrot by pieces. Onion, green onion from my garden, from my cottage. Then we need the coriander, or I feel like cilantro will work here very good, but my husband brought me, he said that he liked this one, and he brought me parsley. Doesn't matter, will be different taste. Again, it's meaning we can by our taste or by what we have in the refrigerator, we can little bit change recipes. And for beginners, I will always suggest to begin from recipe, straight from recipe, and then you can change something or add something or just do whatever, because you will feel Thermomix and you know what you like. And 250 grams of cabbage. And some mayonnaise, or we can use another dressing. If somebody wants another dressing, it's okay. Couple of spoons. Oops. Okay. And next, black pepper. Again, by your taste, how much you want. Next. And now the recipe asks for our spice mix we just make, and it's 1/4 or half teaspoon. Okay, half teaspoon. Next, cover the lid. Because of my experience, here is 2 steps. It's asked to use 3 seconds and then another 2 seconds. I would like just put 4 seconds and maybe it will be enough. We will see. Because it's always depend of how fresh herb, how soft cabbage, how hard carrot, all your ingredients, but we will see. And the speed 4, I put that one just in case, because it's keep down our ingredients. And speed 4, oh, sorry, speed 4. Yes, I feel it's not enough, it's too big pieces. For me, it's too big, and I will do it few seconds more. Yes, it's what I like, and always because my mom lived with us, we need to make these little pieces of salad smaller. I hope it will be enough. And I show you. It's look very careful, colorful. And my husband very like cabbage salads, coleslaw, different coleslaw. And this one, I hope he will like also. This one I'm doing first time, but not big difference between some and our coleslaw, right? But it looks very nice. It smells very nice. I put it aside just for now, and when invite you back with salad and with everything will be ready. Next, it's asking about to prepare to bake our, or to warm a little bit our schnitzel, but we usually use, in my family, we usually use only fry pan, and that's it. Now, because we short of time, I can clean my bowl, but because we're a little bit over time, I just use another one. I don't show you cleaning because I just telling you that you can clean it fast by manually, or you can put on a pre-cleaning pre-cleaning program, and Thermomix will clean it for you, and you can do at the same time something else. Now we will make mix to mix for schnitzel. Here also something I need to tell you. It's asking about breadcrumbs, and breadcrumbs, of course, we can buy, but also if you have at home bread which begin to be little bit dry, you can cut, dry it more, just to have it like more hard, and then you use your Thermomix, and all leftovers you can use for breadcrumbs. Now we're waiting for 100. Next, we put some salt and pepper here by your taste. Pepper. Next, in our bowl, we will make 800 grams of flour. I just want to tell you that this recipe shows us by grams this mixing to us to understand the quantity we need for, because they give us example how much meat or bread chicken in my case. And we can, of course, if we're doing more, and if it's bigger family, we can put more flour, we can put more bread crumbs and in bigger plate, and it will be even easier for you because you work with bigger amount and it's easier and faster for you. But now we just follow because we show you how Thermomix working. 800 grams. Oh, no, 80 grams, sorry. 80 grams. And again, we use our mixture, which we only did 2-3 tablespoons. I put 3. I like smell. Okay. And then we take third bowl, and what we do, 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of milk. I will put 3 because how I just tell you, it will be easier and faster because we have to wet our schnitzel there. Next. And now it says that you take chicken breast and you cut it and you work on it and you beat it with your kitchen tool. Again, I forgot how it's called in English. I'm sorry. Now we need only our hand help. I put a little bit down Thermomix. And we use this mixture, and we use like that. Where I put it here. What I can tell you during, because I just powder the chicken breast and I just put that in egg with milk, and I powder again with breadcrumb. But at the same time, I want to tell you, not only Thermomix, right? But something go together with Thermomix. And first of all, how I forgot the name at the beginning. I said book, culinary book. I forgot this word in English, culinary book. Biggest on the online, and it's Thermomix, and it's called Cook I Do, and it's approximately 58,000 recipes there, and you can find everything, and even you have some dietary, special dietary you can find there, and you will be okay with that because you will feed yourself very delicious, good, and with right dietary. Also, it's not only cook I do, but it's also application on your phone. I show you and then I begin. On your phone, you have application, special application for planning your food. For example, for 1 week, you plan what you want to cook, then it's a list of product you have to buy, list of food, and then you just click on the box if you have it at home in your pantry and your refrigerator. You don't need it in the store, and you can easily add something extra what you need just maybe to buy for home. And you come into the store, and most what I like, I don't need to write on my paper and give it to my husband, for example, if he here, because this list in my phone and this list in his phone. And who have time to go to the store, we go to the store and we already have this list for cooking. Also, it's generated by departments, and it's very easy. You know approximately how much product you have to buy, approximately, and you don't waste the food. It's also very important because many people feeling not good when they put the garbage, the food. I will not make few pieces. I just show you one piece because we really where is it? Over the time, it looks like that. It looks like this. And you can not only make your schnitzel from chicken breast. Here, for example, I just make like example, that one is pork, and classical Austrian schnitzel, it's from beef. You can use different kind of meat, and you can use the same mix, just which from this recipe or your own, because you always can create together with Thermomix. And now, please, I believe next Lily, I think. Yes, next Lily. Lily, please.
Hi, me again. So my potatoes are done. They're soft. I've let them drain in here, and I'm going to use our spatula because the bowl is a bit still warm, and take it out. So now I'm going to make the dressing for the potato salad. Like I said, it's very, very easy. We're going to go really, really fast here because I know we're over. I hope Rita's strudel's done. I'm excited about the strudel. Okay, so we've got some parsley, it says. Now this is in German, so you can internationally access all kinds of recipes. I can speak a bit of German, so I can translate this myself. I don't need Google Translate. So we're going to throw in some parsley. Going to mix it up. You can also add some chives at this point too here. Going to next, and we're going to turn, and it says turn it to 8. So this is going to go 2 seconds. There you go, easy peasy. I love the smell of parsley. I don't know what, that's just great. You can do a whole bunch of parsley ahead of time or put it in the freezer as well in ice cube trays, toss it in your soup. Any kind of savory dish that you want to add a little to, that's perfect. So now we're going to put in 1 onion. So I have a lovely onion here. Now it's a pretty big onion. So I'm only going to put in 2/3 of this onion. So I'm just going to toss that baby in here. Like so. You know what the best part about this is? No onion tears. No onion tears happening here. Put the lid on, tells me to turn it now to 5. Excellent. Oops, jump the gun here. If you go too fast, you can just back up. So now it's telling me just to push it all down. So here we have, see how quickly the onions and the parsley chopped up together, nice and fine. Love it. No crying over onions today in the kitchen. Absolutely not. Smells good already. Excellent. Do that, top it down. So we're gonna add 150 to 200 grams of water. So again, scales at 0. Oop. Overshot my landing, but that's okay. I'm just gonna pour a little bit back out. Put that down. Perfect. Next, 1 tablespoon of stock. So this is homemade stock. This is something you can do with your vegetables that are looking a little tired or sad. Maybe they kind of got lost in the back of the fridge. Easy peasy, make your own vegetable stock. Healthy, nutritious, I buy organic, so it's great. Everything I know that goes in there. And you can control the salt content too, which is even better. So that goes in. Next, put the lid on. Next, and it's gonna cook for 3 minutes at 1. So in this 3 minutes, my potatoes are drying. They're just sitting there, they're draining, so they're a little bit drier. We're gonna add, after this, we're gonna add some oil and some vinegar. So this is just gonna bring out the flavors. You can smell it already, it warms it up. The thermal mix changes from green to red, so you know the bowl is hot, so nobody accidentally grabs it or touches it as well. We talked already about the varoma. We've talked about the way the varoma works with the lids on top. This is fantastic in case anybody missed it at the beginning. The varoma dish, and then there's the varoma tray. We also have the whisk, which Victoria showed us. She's using her bowl to do her soup. So she's probably almost done as well. So everybody's just waiting. Sorry about the long class. The other good thing about Oktoberfest though is, of course, like we talked about, the beer. So one of the things that you may not have known about is that the mayor gets to tap the first keg, and it's a competition to see how many whacks of the keg tap it takes to open and burst the keg. There's been some like epic fails of 21 taps. But I think the record was 2 or 3 taps. So that was a good year. I'm sure everybody got to drinking a bit earlier. They also shoot 12 gunshots to initiate the big beer. So that's only Munich beer sold. So everybody gets to drink at 12 o'clock sharp, which, you know what? It is after 12 o'clock. And I think it's time. We're ready almost to wrap it up. This is going to cook for another 1.5 minutes. We're going to come back and we are going to wrap it up, and everyone's going to show you their finished dishes. So, crack it, Prost. To Rita.
Lilia, Rita next, right?
Rita's next. She's going to show us our lasagna. Sorry, your strudel.
Laura, lasagna. Meaning strudel. Yes, strudel is almost ready. As I was thinking that we were not have enough time, I made one previously. So I'm just gonna plate the for you guys. So I decided to make some vanilla ice cream because, as I said, I like it rich. And I forget I supposed to do a bag of cranberry to make it look very pretty. It's okay. We're gonna put it here.
Pomegranate, sorry.
Pomegranate. And our ice cream. So somebody's gonna enjoy a nice dessert in here, guys. And I would like to show you the apple strudel in the oven. I was hoping to take him out before we finish, but it's not possible. It's coming along. I'm showing you make a nice and golden top. It's almost ready, but when you take them out from the oven, what you do, you pour some, you cut it, you can pour some, no, you can't. You should put icing sugar on it. In this case, I cut it right here. And the icing sugar on it. And voila, apple strudel is ready to go. I'm going to have to cheers with my co-worker today, the nice German beer. So they told me when you open, you put it 45, nice. You fill it up the glass. And when you are almost at the hands, yeah, I don't need to shake it. It's already gone because it's nice and cold. Prosta, I believe. Prost, sorry. Prost. Salute. And I know that Lily needed just a couple of more minutes. Come this way. Show him off. I just want to also thank you everybody for the time. We went a little bit longer. As I said before, my name is Rita di Taranto. Please follow me in my Facebook page. I post many different recipes because I use the Thermomix every day in a regular base. Lunch, dinner, breakfast is never enough. And just want to show you quickly that there is this function that I was hoping to show you before, but I don't have a chance. This is a new function that the Thermomix actually have picture what to do, how to roll, and explain step by step what to do when you gotta roll and brush the pasta. Even there is a little video how to fold. See, you can also pour extra flour as you see. You also start with your hand. I believe this function is extremely cool because for somebody who never did it, a recipe as I never did this, it was easy for me to to go over. And I'm sorry, it's the same. And again, we show the picture, how to cut the edge if you need to. So it's very cool. Just want to show you this. So I think everybody's ready to show your own their own plates, and we're going to wrap up this cooking experience. Thank you so much to be with us. See you in a second.
Hi, hello, welcome back. So I'm on the last step of my soup. So here it is. It's ready to go. And it tells me to serve it immediately with a piece of sourdough bread on the side. Not only that, but I've prepared my, to celebrate the Oktoberfest, I also have this classic German wheat beer that I'm serving along with the soup. So next, I believe, is Ala.
Yes, I'm here. And I show you already fried schnitzel. This one from chicken. It's sun now in my window. I'm not sure how to show you how better this way. See, it's big and it could be even bigger. It depends of size of the chicken breast and how fine you do it. You beat it. And here, just for example, I show you, it's not big different how it's look. One it's pork and another it's chicken breast. And I show you how it's look inside. And inside, it's crusty on the top and it's very soft. Oh, now it's a lot of sun. You see it, right? I think you see it. Yes, and I'm sure it's very delicious because schnitzel always very delicious. And I wish you health. And next, Next, please, Lily.
I don't know. Can you see me?
Lily, you ready or not?
Hi, there is my potato salad. And the more it sits, the better it's going to be as well. So right now it's warm. That's the way I like it. So I've got my beer and I've got my potato salad, and I'm going to go celebrate a little belated Oktoberfest. Cheers, ladies. Thank you very much for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Prost. And salute to my Italians.
Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for an amazing presentation, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.